Hi there, I'm Brooklyn Elizabeth, and these are my friends Abby Dixon and Killian Garland. We are currently headed to Ventura County to a little surf spot called The Point.
And we're so excited to meet up with up-and-coming free surfer Josiah Amico.
Josiah is one of the Channel Islands team riders.
And speaking of Channel Islands, we're also meeting up with their legendary shaper, Britt Merritt. So we are here at Carpinteria at Channel Island Surfboards, picking up Killian's board. Killian, what board are you picking up?
Picking up a Fever model.
We'll follow you.
My name is Britt Merritt, and we're at Channel Island Surfboards. My parents started this company in 1969 in Santa Barbara, and I've just grown up in the company. My earliest memories are being in my dad's shaping room, rolling around in foam dust and knocking over surfboards. And my dad used to make the boards in the back of the building we were in, and my mom would hand make all the clothes in the front. So you'd come in and get a surfboard, my mom would make you a bikini or like a Hawaiian shirt or something. It was just a mom and pop business. There's been a lot of sort of exploration the last few years in different materials, different conglomerations of materials, different combinations. But really we're just chasing like that board that's magic. That's what we talk about in surfboards, right? Like magic board. Like you can probably remember in your lifetime how many magic boards you've had. Because they're super rare, where all the combinations come together perfectly, all the shaping, all the glassing, everything. There's so many hands that touch a surfboard in the process of making it that like there has to be a little magic in it, really, for it to be like perfect. And so we're always chasing that, always refining, always pushing that forward. And then we just don't want to make, we don't only want to make the best surfboards for the best surfers, but we want every surfer to surf their best. Because you know, like surfing is like a life-changing experience, right? Like we can all remember like that first wave or that first barrel or like your first air or something. Like we've all had moments in the water surfing that were life-changing for us. And they happen on surfboards. So like it's such a rad thing to be able to make surfboards that people have these experiences on that like shape the rest of their lives. So I'm chasing that all the time for everybody. Like I want everybody to go out and for like their surfing dreams to come true and have this moment in nature in the waves where like, dude, I want to do this forever.
Yeah.
Like I just spent a lot of time feeling it. Like when my dad was teaching me to shape, he taught me like your hands have to be water. You have to be able to feel what the water is going to do on the bottom of the board, and so how the board is going to respond when you're surfing it. Board design, there's only so many elements that go into a surfboard. You've got contours, you've got rocker, you've got the rails, you've got the deck, you've got the foil. And so there's only so many things you could do, but it's about the way that it all flows together. It's kind of like music, right? There's only 12 notes in the musical scale, but you can put it together in infinite ways. And sometimes the way that you put it all together is like magic. Like it creates this magic melody. Other times it's not that great. Surfboard design is like that. There's only so many things you could do, but it's the way that you tweak it and put it together, and the style and the vibe and the feel and all that sometimes creates magic. So it's kind of like that.
Alright, we'll start super simple for you. When did you start surfing?
I rode my first wave at age 4. My dad pushed me into it, but it wasn't until around age 12 where I really had a passion and desire to pursue it.
So how do you fit surfing into your everyday life now? Like how do you make it work?
Usually, kind of everything revolves around surfing, which is kind of, I should maybe have other priorities or whatever, but if the surf's good, I'm surfing in the morning and then in the afternoon, but I do have school and sometimes I have to sacrifice surfing and do my school, but kind of surfing comes first. Homeschooled since preschool, pretty much my whole life, my whole life until college. But it wasn't for surfing or anything, because I didn't start surfing until I was like 12, so I guess that's kind of a misconception of me. People think I was homeschooled to surf, but I was homeschooled my whole life before I even started surfing. And I enjoy surfing Rincon more than any other spot in Ventura, so I surf there anytime I can. There's some other spots that I surf, but can't tell you what they are. Kind of secret, but it's still still gets crowded.
What inspires you when you have all that other stuff going on these days? What inspires you to make time and still be out in the water?
I draw a lot of inspiration, not necessarily all from surfing. I really enjoy almost like skateboarders and musicians, like kind of influence me to find my own individuality in surfing. So it's kind of like I'm drawing the inspiration from everything around me, and I'm just trying to find that same like love and joy for it as I did as a kid, because sometimes you can lose it as you grow older. Growing up surfing for myself, I would see Dane Reynolds almost every time I surfed, and he's probably the best surfer to ever, I think he's the best surfer ever. So being able to surf with a guy of that stature was always inspiring.
Well, and you mentioned looking up to obviously the people you looked up to that made you a better surfer. How does it make you feel knowing that there are probably people out there that watch you and that are looking up to you at such a young age?
I don't really know if people look up to me. I hope they do, because there's a few kids that try and be a good example too. And it's kind of just, it's more than just surfing. I think just having good character and being kind and wanting to come alongside the kids and just be encouraging. Like if you just like compliment them or tell them to keep up what they're doing or whatever, you don't know like how much of an impact that has. Like, so kind of just being, I think, a kind person instead of being just having to be the best surfer.
It looks pretty fun. We got a couple waves for sure, and there's some sets coming through, and it just kind of maybe starting to glass off a little, which is super nice. When we first got here, there was some south wind on it, and there's still a little, but
Just want to go out. It looks fun. I'm excited. Look at that wave. It's perfect.
So right here we have the fever model from Channel Islands. It is 5'10", reaching 3/8, 2 5/16, and it is the Spine technology that Channel Islands has created recently, and it's epoxy foam. Great all-around board for California surf and anything in the under 12-foot range.
I mean, for Ventura this time of year is pretty good. I mean, we have like full on size. It's like pretty solid, but I don't know, the shape wasn't all that good. It was pretty mushy, but we still had pretty solid sets, which is good. But I don't know, I feel like if I had to like rate it, it'd probably 1 out of 10, it'd probably be like a 7, just because the shape wasn't all that great. But we have full on like solid waves. But what do you guys think?
it was definitely really crowded for sure, but it was a Saturday, and then just with the wind as well, which we were combating, but they're still surfable, still workable, compressible conditions. So I would probably set it right in there with like a 7.5, because being from Huntington, we don't have these long rights like this, like the point break.
7.5, all right.
Yeah.
What do you think, Killian?
Well, I had a few rides that weren't bad, and I saw some great waves. I saw a lot of people. I was nowhere near getting one of those good waves, but I'd say 6.6.
6.6, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. From outside the water's perspective, I was going to say the same thing. I saw some people catch some good waves. I saw you guys catch some good waves. It looked pretty nice from out here. It definitely was crowded, so I just set it in there with a 7 with all of you and just.
All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10,
7. I think so.